Thousands of aircraft would take flight during the Second World War. Skies would become battlefields across the globe, with men and machines being pushed to their limits. Some of these aircraft had superior engineering compared to others. Jet engine aircraft would see action with their vastly advanced technology and their strange design. But for some of the more traditional aircraft, just starting their engine was strange enough. In today's video, we look at the World War II aircraft started with a shotgun. If you enjoy this video and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. It's free and really helps the channel reach more history lovers like you. First and foremost, engines started in this fashion didn't actually use a firearm like a shotgun. They utilised a special shotgun shell. Known as the Coffman Starter, this was a system used on many radial piston engines in aircraft and vehicles in the 1930s and 40s. The starter used a blank gunpowder cartridge that, when fired, would cause the propeller to turn over and start the engine. The main method to start an aircraft in this period would usually involve an electric motor, an inertia starter cranked by hand or electrically powered, and a compressed air starter. A shotgun starter was made up of a breech and a motor, which were connected by a metal line. The cartridge fit into the breech and was triggered either electronically or mechanically. The expanding gases from the fired cartridge pressurized the line and caused the motor to spin and engage the starter ring on the engine, which was attached to the crankshaft. The advantage of this system over electric starters is that the batteries of the time were weak and troublesome. Aircraft with electric motors often required the use of a battery cart and jumper cables, or large heavy batteries carried in the aircraft itself. Inertia starters used a heavy wheel, usually made of brass, which was spun by a hand crank or electric motor. Then the spinning wheel would engage the starter ring. The Coffman weighed less than these, so was chosen to be used in many Allied aircraft. Some of these included the US F-4U Corsair, the Grumman Wildcat, and, for the British, the Supermarine Spitfire and Hawker Typhoon. The main disadvantage of the shotgun starter was the need to keep a stock of cartridges. These were 4-gauge cartridges, which are much bigger than a regular 12-gauge shell, for example. Only one was used for each attempt to start the engine, and it was never guaranteed to start first time. This type of start also caused a build-up of carbon in the starting cylinder. To clear out the carbon, 2 or more shells had to be fired in sacrifice before the engine could start properly. But these starting systems came in very handy in remote areas, such as distant airfields in North Africa and the Middle East, or on remote islands in the Pacific. Aircraft carriers housing these planes certainly had more than enough room for starter cartridges, and many pilots would use the Coffman starter prior to taking off and fighting the Japanese. Even today, some modern military diesel engines still use this type of starter, but advancements in battery technology have made shotgun starters mostly a thing of the past. Still though, a very interesting way to start an aircraft, especially during World War II. What did you think of the shotgun starting engines of World War II? Had you ever heard of them before? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to expand your knowledge and join the growing Premier History community.